Mr. Speaker, today, on behalf of the tens of millions of voices forever lost by abortion since Roe v. Wade, I come before this body to mourn the tragic loss of life our country has experienced in this last 47 years. The Tennesseans I represent overwhelmingly support the right to life. And like most folks in Tennessee's 6th Congressional District, I firmly believe that life begins at conception. Throughout my first term in Congress, I have been proud to fight for the children still to come who cannot speak for themselves. As a father, I am especially touched by the solemn and joyous responsibility our Heavenly Father entrusts to us through the blessing of little ones. Even one child's life shortened before reaching his or her own God-given potential is a tragedy. And yet that has happened tens of millions of times in the last 47 years since Roe v. Wade was decided in the Supreme Court. Heartbreakingly, Norma McCorvey, also known as Jane Roe, was a real mother, and ultimately, she was a real advocate for the unborn. Later in her life, Miss McCorvey came to faith in God and joined the pro-life community in believing that every child's life is worth protecting. Miss McCorvey is no longer with us, but her story lives on. Today, I call on my colleagues to search their souls, just as Miss McCorvey, Jane Roe, did, and choose life. Who are we to decide which precious children designed by God have the chance to live on this earth and which do not? Our country was founded with this belief underscored, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. With the words of the Declaration of Independence in mind, I signed onto an amicus brief supporting life in the upcoming June Medical Services versus Lee Supreme Court case. It is well past time for the Supreme Court to uphold the right to life and overrule Roe v. Wade. Ms. McCorvey, Jane Roe, agreed, and overwhelmingly so did the Tennesseans that I represent. In this new decade, may our country's legacy be of life and a new generation of hope. I yield back.